Live from Gehenna Lincoln High School's TV studio, this is Lincoln Live. With Avery Hall and Jillian Sanders. You're watching Lincoln Live.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Avery Hall.
And I'm Jillian Sanders. How are you doing today, Avery?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Doing really well. And I see that you dressed for the theme today since it's finishing off Black History Month Spirit Week.
Yes, and I love your outfits.
Thank you. We have a very special guest to start off today's show.
That's right. Not only do we have DeAndre Person here with us today, but he's also joined by Mrs. Kander.
Hey, DeAndre. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. What about you guys?
Great. So what do you have for us?
I'm here with World War II teacher Miss Kander, and she has something very special to share with us today. We heard there's something big going on in your class.
It's big. It's huge. I've got a 99-year-old World War II veteran, Mr. Harry Dial, coming in and interacting with my World War II students.
That sounds really exciting. Who all can come? Are your former students allowed to come?
Absolutely, and that's why I'm here. It's a shout out to my former students. If you'd like to be a part of it, I need you to email me. I need your first name, last name, and student ID number so I can put you on the field trip form.
That's so exciting. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us before the interview's over?
Yes. By the way, if there's any teacher that would like to join us, it's going to be fourth period on March 8th in the auditorium. Please let me know so I can make seating arrangements for you. And one last thing, today's my brother's birthday. He's 59 years old. Happy birthday, Chris.
Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you for your time in the studio today, Miss Kander. We'd love to have you, and I'd like to take it back to the ladies right at the news desk.
Thanks, DeAndre. As we all know, February is Black History Month. This is a time to celebrate Black leaders who have changed the world. We partnered with the Y Men and Women group who have picked out a few Black leaders to introduce to you all. This is Black History Minute.
Phyllis Wheatley was only 12 when she became the first female African-American author published. Despite Phyllis Wheatley's fame, we know surprisingly little about her early life. She was taken from her home in Africa when she was 7 or 8 and sold by the Wheatley family in Boston. The family taught her to read and write and encouraged her to write poetry as soon as she witnessed her talent for it. In 1773, Phyllis published her first poem, making her the first African-American to be published. She was only 12 at the time. Her work was praised by high-ranking members of society, including perhaps most notably George Washington. Her writing made her famous throughout the colonies.
Thanks, Ian. Winter sports seasons are almost over. Many of the teams are participating in sectionals, districts, and even states. Speaking of states, the swimming and diving team will be competing in states tomorrow. Our own Audrey Paquette got to find out more about senior swimmer Kendall Hitler. Here's the next episode of Player Profile.
I've been swimming for about 10 years now. I started out when I was 7 years old. My favorite event to compete in is probably the 100 fly because it's my best event. I plan to attend The Ohio State University. I'm not planning to swim varsity, but I probably will be swimming on a club team there. I look up to Simone Biles, even though she's not a swimmer. I really appreciate the emphasis that she's put on mental health recently because I feel like it's an aspect that's looked over a lot of times in athletes. For the rest of the swim season, I'm hoping to podium at states as well as become an All-American in my 100 fly.
Thanks, Kendall, and good luck at states. There are many students at GLHS that are very stylish.
That's certainly right, and even some teachers as well. One particular teacher stands out from the rest of them, and that's teacher Mr. Adams.
His style is definitely very different from other teachers. Audrey Paquette introduces us to the one and only teacher known as the Shoe God.
There are many sneakerheads all around GLHS, but one sneakerhead stands out from the group.
Mostly I buy Jordan brand, Nike, Adidas, Yeezys. Probably by the end of April, I'll have enough to wear one shoe every single day of the school year.
And if you do the math, that's roughly around 185 pairs of shoes. Mr. Adams' style is definitely very different than normal teachers, and many kids appreciate it.
Not many teachers have a lot of shoes like him. The shoes that he wears, like IB shoes, it's very different, you know, and it's good to have a teacher who's like a part of the culture.
Mr. Adams adds a lot of flair to the business look with his vibrant colors and different kinds of shoes.
His interest in shoes started off of his love for basketball and his favorite team, the Chicago Bulls.
About like 89, 90, started watching the Bulls a lot. And then I want to say about probably the Jordan 11s in like 96. First time I really kind of looked at shoes when I started really kind of getting into basketball. I was like, man, I got to have a pair of those. They used to make corny commercials about Michael Jordan, like if I could be like Mike with Gatorade.
Life is a sport. Tough game. Drink it up.
So it's kind of like you just felt like you could play like Michael Jordan if you had a pair of those shoes. So, I mean, kind of was drawn to that.
Unfortunately, Mr. Adams did not end up getting the Jordan 11s, but bargained with his mother for a better shoe.
My dad wouldn't buy me any Jordan 11s. He would always have this running joke that he's not paying more than $39.99 to give me a pair of shoes, but I broke my mom into buying my first pair of Jordans, the Jordan 12 Taxis. She paid half, I paid half.
From that moment in 1997, Mr. Adams continued to buy his own shoes through middle school and high school, and he even continues to do so today using online stores or even physical stores such as Dead Stop Columbus and Stonebridge Plaza. He even uses a shoe community to help with his Nets buys.
So, you know, we'll talk to each other about online releases now because most of it isn't in-store releases, it's online releases that you're going for. So, you know, hey, this shoe's dropping at 10 a.m. here, or hey, they just gave exclusive access at 7 a.m. Go check that, those kind of things.
And his next purchase will either be the Yeezys 350s coming out on Saturday or the Jordan 12 playoffs. This is Audrey Paquette for Lincoln Live.
Thanks. On Saturday at 11 o'clock, the girls basketball team is playing in the district championship against Newark. We would like everyone in the Lions Den and the student body to please come out and support them. Here's Ms. Harris to tell us more about a fun way the students can get to the game.
This Saturday, come out and support our girls basketball team for the district finals championship, 11 o'clock a.m. at ODU versus Newark. We're putting a bus together, so if you want to leave from the high school 10 a.m., you'll stop by the athletic office on Friday, grab a permission slip to take home, make sure that permission slip's filled out, signed, and ready, bring it to the bus on Saturday, and you're good to go. They're charging $5 for parking, but come with us. One pride, one family. We're coming out to support the girls, bring home district title, and cut down that net. Go Lions.
Thanks, guys, and good luck tomorrow, girls. That's almost all we have for you today.
Before we say goodbye, let's hear from our gold band performing their practice performance on Sunday.
Freshmen, blue, and gold bands will be performing, and no ticket is required.
Freshman and blue band will be at 2 o'clock and gold at 4 o'clock to perform what they were supposed to play at Cleveland at OMEA.
Have a great weekend, Lincoln, and enjoy those concerts.
Bye.